Welcome to Jefferson Liberty Radio, the voice of the state of Jefferson in the Central Valley. I'm Matthew, and I am joined today by my co-host, Rudy.
How's it going, Matthew? Unfortunately, this week's episode, we were going to do an interview with one of our own, Rod, because he had a unique perspective on Jefferson and Liberty, because he is moving up to the Washington State area. Unfortunately, he couldn't be with us this week, so we will endeavor to have him on next week. But this week, our episode will be a little light. We'll be discussing the Declaration of Independence for the state of Jefferson. We, the people of the 23 counties of Northern California, hereafter known as Jefferson, formally demand an immediate Article 4, Section 3, U.S. state split. We declare the state of California in an open rebellion and insurrection against the government of the United States. Governor J. Brown, Lieutenant Governor G. Newsom, State Pro Tem K. De Leon, Speaker A. Rodden, State Attorney General, Senator K. Harris, the majority of voting members of the California legislation have openly and publicly declared war on the government of the United States. Governor Brown and the above-named politicians are in violation of USC 8, Section 1324, harboring and shielding illegal aliens and felons under the federal law. Governor Brown and the above-named criminals are in violation of Article 1, Section 8, Clause 4 of U.S. that clearly gives Congress the law adjudication over immigration. Governor Brown and the above-named politicians are in violation of California Constitution, Article 3, Section 1, which states California is an inseparable part of the United States and the United States Constitution is the supreme law of the land. Governor Brown and the above-named politicians are in violation of Article 12 of California Constitution, which describes the oath of office requiring support and defense of the United States Constitution without any mental reservation. Governor Brown has openly and publicly made several agreements with foreign powers in violation of the United States Constitution, Article 1, Section 10, Clause 3. Governor Brown does so with the aid of the above-named politicians. Is this or is this not a nation of laws? Have we, the citizens, simply become subjects to the monarchy and despots who know themselves to be above the law which are applied only to us? We, the people of the Jefferson counties, have repeatedly and humbly requested an end to the lawlessness which issues from Sacramento. We have repeatedly and humbly requested redress of our grievance from both executive and legislative branches of government. Our requests are met only with further abuse and assault on our liberty and property rights. We are attempting to gain justice from the Article 3 courts in the Eastern District of California, only to be told that since all Californians are equally tyrannized by the institutional felons named above, there is nothing the courts can do to help us. This is unacceptable and further is an outrage against liberty. See CFR versus Padilla. We the people establish government for the sole duty to protect the rights of the governed. Government derives all its just powers from the consent of the governed. Whether any government is destructive to those ends, it is the right of the people to alter or abolish it and establish government more suitable to their needs. California Constitution, Article 2, Section 1, and Declaration of Independence. We, the people of Jefferson counties, are not playthings of the criminals who rule over California. We, the people, do not yield our sovereignty to the government that was formed to serve us. We, the people of the Jefferson counties, have absolute no access to representation, nor are we allowed a Republican form of government granted us in Article 4, Section 3 U.S. We declare the above-named criminal politicians have breached their sacred oaths, and thus the social compact referred to us, the Constitution of the State of California, is null and void. We demand the United States Congress and the United States Senate immediately introduce and pass legislation for an Article 4, Section 3 state split along the geographic lines which the Jefferson Declaration Committee will supply to the esteemed body. Declare the 51st state, Jefferson, to free us from tyranny. We appeal to the Almighty God for the rectitude of our intentions, because we declare that in order to escape tyranny, He can be our only judge. All right, Matthew, so you heard the Declaration. What are your thoughts?
I think it's really good. I appreciate the forthrightness of the authors of the Declaration. The words are pretty clear.
Yes, they are. When I saw that, I think it was a few weeks ago, I had this feeling of maybe I should be in the 1700s and being in front of Independence Hall and feeling that jubilation there.
Yeah.
So it was quite exciting to read that. So what we can do to help is write the Senate and the House. Now, I understand that we can't write everybody because there's over 500 people. And
That's a lot of people.
Yeah, that's a lot of money for one person to do, and I wouldn't dream of anybody doing that. But I will suggest write the people that you believe that would be more sympathetic to our cause, or the group of people, maybe like, I don't know, maybe the Freedom Caucus or things of that nature. Appeal to them, because we're in a very fight for our liberty right now, folks, and we're not the only ones now. We have the people up in Liberty. They're starting their fight, and by God, there's people in Illinois wanting to make the state of Lincoln. I mean, they're just starting out, and they're our brothers and sisters in arms, and we have to help each other. Again, just write the people you believe that will help us. That's all I have to say. We thank you, folks, for holding us over for the last week. Unfortunately, one of our crew members was sick, but he is feeling better now. Aren't you, Matthew?
I am.
Poor guy. He sat there and called me up. He's like, I don't feel good, man. I'm sick. I'm like, oh, okay, it's okay. Get better. Yep. It's all good. So we thank you for holding on with us. We also thank you that we couldn't get our guest speaker on, and it's a very short episode. We were hoping to add maybe another 30 minutes to it, but maybe we can have him on with next week's episode or the following weeks. We will keep you stay tuned.
This episode of Jefferson Liberty Radio is sponsored by Owls Certified Safe and Lock. Owls offers locksmith services, alarm systems for a range of applications including burglary, fire, tamper, medical emergencies, and much more. Owls has been locally owned and managed in Modesto for nearly 70 years. With thousands of loyal and satisfied customers, you can be sure Owls will meet and exceed your needs. For more information, call 1-800-700-4780 or go to owlsalarm.com. That's ALSALARM.com. Thank you so much for Owls Certified Safe and Lock for sponsoring our show. If you're interested in sponsoring our show, head over to the Jefferson Liberty Radio website at jeffersonlibertyradio.com or email us at sponsors@jeffersonlibertyradio.com. Thanks for listening. If you're interested in contacting us and sending us questions and any sort of comments, feel free to email us. Go to our website, jeffersonlibertyradio.com/contact, or email us at feedback@jeffersonlibertyradio.com.
Thank you very much for joining us this week.
Thank you so much for listening, and we'll catch you next week.